about the Drury Blue Devils. You did a game here last night between Drury and Lee, but let's talk a little bit about.
They started off at home, getting that number 8 seed, and they defeated the Collegiate Charter of Lowell 63-36 in that ball game. Jacinta Felix was the only Lady Blue Devil, the double figure. She had 19. They got some scoring from Elise Daly, who got 8. The other big, the freshman Addison Shepard and Ashlyn Hayden each had 7. 10 plus. This saw her first action since very, very early. If you remember, she started the season. She gave it a go, played pretty well. You're referring to their season as they hosted the number 9 seeded Lee Wildcats, and they fell to Lee 55 to an injury of some sort, or just not be with it and have an off night. I'm not sure if she did score, but anyway, she led the way with 15. Nora Wood, the 3-point specialist, came in and gave him a couple big threes, and the Wildcats came away, and I said, good for them. They brought a nice contingent of fans last night. They were very supportive of their team and represented their town very, very well. So congratulations to them.
On a bright side, we've watched the Lady Blue Devils this year. That's a young team. That's a young Blue Devil team. So they have a really bright future coming up.
Definitely. I mean, they've had some quality minutes from a variety of young players, and will play the point for them going forward because she's been such an integral part of that team for her entire career at Drury. So, the future seniors, especially.
For that game last night where Lee came in at number 9 and knocked off the 8-seeded Blue Devils. So far the season.
I think it was West Bridgewater, and then they went down last night, almost, Rick, that you saw last night.
No, we talk about all the time, fellas, exactly how young some of these teams are. We say it quite often. And there's a lot of 8th graders. Guard, the 9th grader for the Drury Blue Devils, has been ill and hasn't been able to play in the MIAAs. And she scored 12 points.
The other team in Northern Berkshire, the number 2 seeded Hoosac Valley Hurricanes, so far they've really been unchallenged to this point in the tournament. They are in the Elite 8, and they had a couple big wins so far in the tournament, Rick.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me, fellas, of exactly what the Hurricanes have played the last 2 seasons in the MIAA format, and that's why they seed. They have the power rankings, and you get to play at home, and that's a wonderful thing. They played very, very well at the Hoosac Valley Gymnasium. LaJess had 8. They took control early. They went out leading 27-7 after 1 and 46-16 at halftime. And then, if you follow the Hurricanes, and you know they haven't lost in an awful long time, they won their 14th consecutive game the other night down in Cheshire, outscoring Westport 32-13. In that ball game, once again, LaSure led the way with 22. She got some help with Sophie Wilson, had 12 in that game. LaJess had 10. So they're prepared to move on. They're ready to move on. I believe on Friday the 5th, the 7th, they're going to be battling either number 7 Douglas or number 10 Narragansett Regional, and the winner will move on to the semifinals. And there's right now, I got to tell you, we looked at that bracket. We said the Hurricanes were looking very good in that bracket, and they
are tough at home. They play great basketball. They're getting great contribution from 2 young players in Wilson and LaGuess.
Yes.
They're hitting their stride at the right time. That was their 14th win in a row. So at one point they were 6-3, and now they won 14 in a row, be 20-3. And as a coach,
pretty sure that's probably when the game is going to be played. It might be played Saturday, but we'll have to wait on that.
If they're going to play on Friday, that's a big advantage. A little bit of rest. This time of year, the biggest thing is getting a couple days of maybe just rest and shooting while their team's battling out tonight. They get one day to play or practice on Thursday, and then make a long.
Played in the Western Mass Class C tournament. Renaissance, both teams were undefeated. Renaissance beat Lennox by 7 points in that one. They're going to get a chance to avenge that loss at Lennox.
They played a really close game on Saturday in the Western Mass Finals, so hey, good for Lennox to get to play that game at home.
This evening, we're school administrators from both schools. We hope you enjoyed tonight's contest. This evening, we're school administrators from both schools. We hope you enjoyed tonight's contest. Upcoming in 17 minutes. Thank you for being with us.
Well, that was athletic director Jeff Polaire. To deal with, very cordial. Polaire to deal with, very cordial. Helps NBCTC out a lot when we're here.
Yeah.
Helps NBCTC out a lot when we're here.
Yeah.
As down in Cheshire. So thanks to Jeff for all he does for us.
Yeah,
Wearing a kind of a neutral gray shirt tonight too. Got the little neutral gray shirt tonight too. Got the little Drury emblem on it, but it's
well,
you know,
we'll talk about
Drury emblem on it, but it's
well,
you know,
we'll talk about it. He actually talked to both teams. 5. Hoosac, Rick, and kind of an easy. It was a fairly close. It was a fairly close game, but they pulled away later in the game.
Yeah, and in that game, for the boys, but they got a little bit as an incredibly three-point specialist, he had a great game that night against St. John Paul, and you know he's not
raucous, that's for sure. But it's what you expect. They've been led by Bond. It's what you expect. They've been led by Bond. He really is their wheel. As he goes, so does this.
There's a story behind this. The Boston Charter kids were supposed to get picked up at 1:30 in the afternoon. The bus was an hour late. They had discipline, but they certainly had the talent. Drury just couldn't shake them. But it was a good discipline. But they certainly had the talent. Drury just couldn't shake them. But it was a good win.
Right.
In that game, Bond drained 4-3. They have been down a little with that.
To come out on the floor here.
Well, we haven't. This is usually the. We used to love doing the home and home games, but with the format change 4 years ago, it's been either at Cheshire or here, and that's our big game. The girls, the Drury girls.
Former coach, a player, a former coach, and a longtime educator. You know, I think this kind of an event is wonderful, not only for the teams, the town, the school. I think it's great for the student bodies.
A great opportunity for both schools to show their school spirit. Huge student section for both teams tonight. I want to say one of the comments I want to make. I've done several games here this year with both of you, and I really want to compliment a staff member at Drury, Ashley Moranti, who's had staff members show up and lead their team in positive cheers. I know the games we've been to this year, Ashley's done a great job, and I know I've seen the Hoosac staff over there doing the same thing, and really just trying to model and set a good example for the kids about, it's about the kids on the court, so let's support them in a positive.
Right.
So let's keep it positive, and that's what they're doing a great job tonight, once again, both sides.
And Jeff Polari, who just happens to be the athletic director of both schools, I know he spoke to both these teams this week about this event, and he really basically said to him, he said, in the championship game, I really employed the kids to really appreciate it and to play hard, play clean, and represent yourself, your town, your school, your family with high class.
Right, that's the key too for the players. So we talk about the fans, right? For the players, there's a lot of emotion tonight too.
Right.
So who can play and take advantage of that emotion? Big factor.
We came away with a victory, and let's talk about kind of the keys of tonight's game and the differences that we might see here tonight. Of course, clearly in the first game, Drury got a tremendous effort. I think the key to the game for Drury was Sammy Mormon had the game of the year so far for him, for Drury.
Yeah, Mormon had 27 points. He's averaging in double figures. He's usually just behind Jorge Bond in scoring, but he did have probably the best game of the year, best game maybe of his career. But in that ball game, Cornell Bradley had some foul trouble. He got a technical foul, I believe, one of the early in the game. And Connor Hint, I'm not going to say had his way, but it was a lot easier for Sam down low. Sam's in the Hampshire South and other games I've seen Drury play this year.
First game, Hoosac Valley's big man, Cornell Bradley, he had foul trouble. He did not play a lot in that game. He may have played maybe half the game.
Right, and the time he was in the game, he was a major factor. We've seen him up here, I would say very big in these rivalry games against Drury. And to have him off the court for half the game in that first contest was a big factor in Drury being able to pull away. And we talked about scoring options, right? Hoosac really has three solid, has a big game tonight and supports their top weapons in the offensive end. That's a big key in this game to see who wins the basketball game.
Right. And talking about those weapons, again, I said it in the first game, this is the battle of the young guns game. This is the battle of the young guns. It's young guns too. Freshman Trevor Moynihan for Hoosac Valley and sophomore Jorge Bond, they are the leading scorers for these two squads, and they are young players.
Yeah, and they're both averaging over 20 points a game. They're nip and tucking around 21 apiece.
Right.
And that's they're nip and tucking around 21 apiece.
Right.
And that's pretty incredible for a 20-something game season. That's for sure.
And that first game, I mean, you had
for a 20-something game season. That's for sure.
And that first game, I mean, you had Mormon and Bond combined for I think 52, 53 points. I mean, Hoosac can't let that happen again.
Right.
You can't let those two go off for 50-plus points and expect to win this game on the road.
Right.
Some of my other ones, Tim, that I had written down is can Drury, keys to the game, can they get some scoring from Sam Bullitt as he contributed in the Class C final against Granby? Can they get some from Varelis or Hinkle? I think Hinkle needs to take that little jumper from the paint if he's got it.
Tremendous respect for each other. They talk often during the season. You're not going to fool either of these guys. They've kind of seen it all over the years, and they know what they want to try to do in this particular ball game.
And that'll be an interesting factor, too, is with two, as you mentioned, Tim, veteran coaches, you know, what little wrinkle do they throw in for their game prep? You know, what kind of defensive strategy do they show, something different than they showed in the first game? Because that's what basketball is all about, making the other team adjust, right? Taking away, we always try to, when I coach the girls here, we always try to tell, we talked about it earlier, there's not a lot of scoring depth on these teams. So if you can take one of those top options away, how does the other team adjust to that?
It was a great game in the Class C Western Mass title game that we did, Rick.
Yeah, these kids will take they'll take that open jumper, whether it's a 2 or a 3. But I still think, at least for Drury, they still look for Bond. And I didn't mention Jorge about being on the floor. Well, we saw that, Tim, in the Class C finals against Granby. Did the game end when Bond fouled and they had that lead? And he means so much to them, even as a sophomore. So that's a tribute to him when your sophomore quarterback leader has to be out there. And he just dribbled his way at the end of the last game against Boston Charter, just to try to steal the ball. And he was playing Harlem Globetrotters dribbling skills with them, and they couldn't catch him. So, yeah, it's who can step up? One of the, you know, will it be Braden Durant, the 8th grader for Drury? You just never know because
officials tonight, and I would say officials that are known for letting you play a little bit too. So I think that's I think both coaches and both teams will appreciate it. That's the way the game is officiated. That's what you want to see. See the best players out there influencing the outcome of this game.
Absolutely. You want.
The MIA, North Adams Public Schools, and Drury promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and all spectators. We ask your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, or sexist comments or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, officials, and game administrators. Please note, noisemakers, horns, bells, or whistles are also prohibited and result in removal from the gym tonight at Drury. On behalf of all of us with Blue Devil Athletics, we thank you for your cooperation, and let's enjoy tonight's contest. And now, let's meet your starters tonight, first for the visiting Hurricanes. At guard, a freshman, number 13, Trey Moynihan. At guard, a junior, number 12, Aiden Wicks. At guard, a senior, number 1, Matt Whittick. At guard, a senior, number 10, Will Hanks. And at forward, a junior, number 5, Quennell Bradley. Hoosac Valley is led by head coach Bill Robinson. And now, let's meet the starters for your Drury Blue Devils. At guard, a sophomore, number 10, Jorge Bond. At forward, a freshman, number 23, Sam Bullitt. At guard, a senior, number 20, James Varelis. At forward, a junior, number 32, Connor Hinkle. Number 21, Sam Drury is led by head coach Jack Brissett. Your officials tonight are Reggie Leonard, Kurt Chalana, and Fabio Cardoso. At this time, fans, we have
You can't ask for anything better than this. Two long-time rivals, to say the least, doing battle again. It may not be the Armory or the Boys Club, but it's one of the two venues we've been used to. And that's either at the Hurricane Gym in Chester or here at the Bucky Bulls Gym here in North Adams.
the doors are locked behind you. And once again, if you require assistance, please.
It is a sellout here at Drury, so if you're watching from home, as you are, Northern Berkshire Community Television Channel 1302, it's Bradley, Hakes, Whittick. And Aiden Wicks, and for Drury, it's Varelis, Bond, Hinkle, Sam Bullitt, and Sam Mormon. And here we go. 32 minutes of action. Junior Connor Hinkle starting to come into his own offensively a little bit. Has been a defensive mainstay for the last couple of seasons. And misses the free throw. Aiden Wicks, Moynihan. Wicks is going to take a three. In and out, no good.
Saving those first two Hoosac possessions. They're letting them play.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Letting them go. A lot of action there on that rebounding.
Lanes away from Hoosac right now.
Three. Got it. Will Hakes. Here's Bradley down the lane. Goes up, he's fouled. It's in the act of shooting, so the junior will be at the line for two for the Hurricanes. Second one's a little strong, but Whittick with another rebound. Another chance here offensively for the Hurricanes. Goes up and can't go. Mormon gets the ball over the timeline. Hinkle to Bond. Bond hasn't touched the ball very much so far. Into the corner. Back to Bond. Bullitt. 13 on the shot clock. Wicks drives the lane. Hakes baseline. And they're going to get backcourt violation here by the Hurricanes.
Yeah, Hakes got caught in no man's land there.
Yeah, once again, good aggressive help defense by Drury got Hakes in some trouble.
4-3 Hoosac. 4:08 left here. First quarter. Bond, a nice, beautiful pass from Bond. He's in it, and he knocks it down.
5 early points for Connor Hinkle.
We're tied at 8 in it, and he knocks it down.
5 early points for Connor Hinkle.
We're tied at 8 with 2:40 to go here in the first. Here's Bradley. Nice 8 with 2:40 to go here in the first. Here's Bradley. Nice spin move. Up and no good. Rebound by Bond. Or he wants to move. Goes up and he's fouled. He's got the neck. He can draw that whistle.
That's 2 on Wicks. I'm sorry, 2 on Hakes. Yeah, the defensive FM subs in the game to see who can come in and.
It's 80% for the season. 9 to his counterpart, Aiden Wicks, the junior. Masio took a look at it, didn't have it. He's guarded by Bond. Wicks trying to set something.
Quarter, Drury's doing a great job on him defensively.
I'm going to guess it's James Varelis. And it is.
It looks like it's on Varelis. That's
to put the ball in play for the Hurricanes under his own hoop. And we got a hold on the Blue Devils. Whittick goes up, no good. Rebound Mormon. Stolen away. We're going to have contact.
But the key thing with that foul is that's the 5th foul, so Drury's going to shoot. That's where that new rule comes into play.
So a minute. 1:30 to go here. 13-8 Drury. Moynihan with the best. 1:30 to go here. 13-8 Drury. Moynihan with the best with the Hurricanes. Wicks down the lane. Goes up, no good. And rebound by Bullitt. There's Bond. Jorge up again to a Hamilton. Hamilton's going to take a short pop and drain it. Up again to a Hamilton. Hamilton's going to take a short pop and drain it. Lucas Hamilton all the way to the hoop, goes up, and we got a foul, blocking foul. All the way to the hoop, goes up, and we got a foul, blocking foul. It's going to be on Hamilton, I believe.
Yeah.
It's a shooting foul, and Aiden Wicks will go to the line. The clock all the way down. Clock all the way down. Bond's going to use his left hand here very soon. Looking for one shot. They don't want to give Hoosac the last shot of the half. Stop. He pops. Won't go. Rebound Bradley. Plenty of time here for the Hurricanes. 3 seconds. Shot from the corner. Is no good at the right. And then if you told me Aiden Wicks and Trevor Moynihan come in for 3, who would have?
Yeah,
Same
exactly.
thing.
Same thing, right. And I tell you, Drury's done a great job on Moynihan. He hasn't touched the ball. Great job on Moynihan. He hasn't touched the ball a lot. They've been very aggressive, showing themselves on the early help and also on the pick.
Nailed a 3 and a couple of jump shots. The first one was the spin move off the glass, but nevertheless, the young man coming in averaging 5 points a game, already with 9.
Now is one of your keys. Who's going to step up and score, Rick? And the early answer is certainly Connor Hinkle and also Lucas Hamilton.
Round of 16 contest between the 13th-seeded Hoosac Valley Hurricanes and the 4th-seeded Drury Blue Devils.
Drury with the basketball to start the second quarter. The possession arrow on a jump ball will go with the Hurricanes. There's Sam Bullitt, the freshman. There's Varellis on Moynihan. Stops, he pops, and he's going to get the roll. Varellis comes away with Aiden Wicks. Massey from the corner, won't go. Rebound to Varellis. Here comes James, he's going to slow it down. Coach Reset, you call him a play 50. Here's Varellis. Shot, no good. Good box out there, and another good rebound by Aiden Wicks. Moynihan down the lane. Up and good! Nice drive by Trey. And Coach Reset said, I've seen enough. It's 17-13. I need to talk to my kids.
Yet really an uncontested drive to the basket.
I think Coach understands that Moynihan's a momentum player. He's got 2 early baskets in the first minute and a half of the second quarter, and he doesn't want to let him get going in this game. In the first quarter, they did a great job of contesting everything on him. And early,
he's a good penetrator. Both he and Aiden Wicks use both hands well. They penetrate well. They also can draw the fouls. They get the whistles. They know how to play the game, and they do it really well.
In pregame, we talked about who's going to adjust, right? So, like you just said, Rick, Drury's taking away that 3-point line from the Hoosac sharpshooter.
They're going to also being played tonight. If that game will be here. If Hoosac Valley wins tonight, they'll go on the road no matter what happens to play the winner of that game. So that's in the Elite Eight.
Good ball. And we got a foul on the floor.
Yeah, that was
Payne's a good-sized young man around Connor Hinkle's size, almost exactly.
Although in this
either. either.
I was waiting for a whistle myself,
Yeah,
John.
that was a travel.
Yeah.
Here's Peyton. Jorge wants to move quickly. Varellas for three. Back. Jorge, nice stutter. Up and no good. Did everything but get the hoop, fellas.
Yep.
Another rebound for Bradley. He's tough inside. Really battling Mormon on those boards.
Nice stutter step, but it just wouldn't go for Bond. Colin Daly, number 42, the senior, is going to come in, give Sam Mormon a rest. That's his first entrance experience anyway. The big no good. Rebounded by Wicks. He's got a bunch of rebounds himself. He and Bradley controlling the boards for the Hurricane. Peyton. Moynihan, quick move, stops and pops, and drains it. If he can't go outside, he's going to go in, and he's been successful. He's got 3 hoops here. Now, Varellas looking for Daly. He's going to stay with Drury. Oh, that was the one blow for Sammy Mormon as Hamilton's getting ready to check back in for Bullet. So Bond will put the ball in play. 2:46 left here in the second quarter. Hinkle. Mormon. 6 points for Sam here in the first half. 21-15 Drury. Trevor Moynihan, again guarded by Varellas.
Mormon is roaming around there in the middle of that Drury defense, making it very difficult for Hoosac Valley on the penetration.
Well, they have him covering one of Hoosac's younger players, so he's taking advantage of that by really being active on the help defense, trying to contest every shot he can.
Drury looking for the good shot here. Minute 39 to go, second quarter. All the way to the hoop and a foul.
There was some contact on the other end of the court, and obviously Hinkle didn't like it, so he went right after the Hoosac player that he thought did it. Hoosac offensive end of the court.
Yeah, he took, all I saw was his very powerful drive down the lane, and I thought a foul, and I thought it was a clean foul. And I don't know if there was...
And it looked like Hinkle got hit in the face, so he came down and went hard to the basket, and the foul was called on the Hoosac player on this end. But in high school, if you have a cut or any kind of blood, you can't go back into the game, which seems to be the problem for Hinkle right now.
So we're going to see.
But we talked emotions in this game, right? So now they got to get back under control for the last minute 34 before the halftime.
Now is... They play for their school. They play with a lot of emotion.
Hell of a first half.
Kurt Chalanis has one more free throw, and then I'm going to assume that Jorge Bond will take the technical. Take their headset off and tell everybody at the scores table what's going on. So we're not sure.
I would say as often happens on both.
On the second one. Drains the technical.
Well, as Liebenau was leaving, he and Hinkle had an exchange. And whenever he said back to Hinkle, the
4 to go. And the basketball. Bond stops, pass, little bit out of the reach of Mormon. A turnover for the Blue Devils. Aiden Wicks. Wicks pops, no good. Rebound is up and pulled off by
Great defensive set there by Drury. Very
Hamilton.
difficult shots.
Bradley. He's going to get it back to Moynihan. Shot is good, a three, a big three.
Oh.
Drury looking to get the last shot. But those three was right there for the Hurricanes. That gave them some definite momentum and some scoring from unlike of boys high school basketball. It's the unlike of boys high school basketball. It's the MIAA Division 5 round of 16. The winner goes to the Elite Eight and the end of the season for the loser tonight. It's a shame for one of these schools to go home, and of course the Hurricanes. So we're going to take a little break here at halftime as the Drury cheerleaders will watch the Hoosac Valley Hurricanes do their gig first, followed by the Blue Devils. So enjoy that, and after our break, we'll be back with the first half scoring television. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, after a little short break here, we got a little drink of water, and we were entertained by both. Oh, it's a combination of cheering, dance, and acrobatics, I guess. But they do a fine job. They're well coached and good job, both Hurricane cheerleaders and Drury high school cheerleaders. As the Blue Devils are back on the floor, coming out of the lock. John Franzoni, Peter Gentile from the Buckyball Gym.
Defense is the story of the first half. Both teams really locking in and playing tremendous defense. As Tim said, every single possession is being contested on both ends of the court. So, that was a big basket we talked about by Peyton to get it back to 6, because a 9-point lead in this game is like a 15, 16-point lead the way it's being contested.
Teams took care of the ball pretty well. Not many turnovers, but the real story is just every shot being
favors the Drury Blue Devils in the course of this season to score a lot more points in their games, but they need that open court to do that, and Drury's doing a great job defensively.
I just noticed that I have one of my Williams College boys here tonight. He's actually played. Here's Jorge Bond to Hinkle to Mormon. Left hand, no good. Mormon fight for the rebound. Going away. Oh, Quinnell Bradley down on
some legs there.
Sammy from Bradley, who not his softest touch, but it all counts.
I've seen him make a few of those this year off the bank.
Goes up with a pop and drag. He says it's 26.
Team to be aggressive on offense for the Blue Devils tonight.
Yeah, he saw that opening on baseline. Took it, just happened to lose the basketball. We are a capacity crowd here at the Buckyball.
For a high school basketball game. Great atmosphere. Hoosac Valley's going to inbound the ball here.
Bonds first.
Moynihan over to Wicks.
Oh, that's a nice.
Good by Bradley.
That's a nice set, John, coming out of that.
Really nice call by Hoosac. That's what they need to get Bradley active inside.
I mean, no goaltending called. I'm sorry.
It was close.
Moynihan, second half, Hoosac Valley has taken the momentum for sure.
Yeah, Coach Hoosac looking for that goaltending. I'll tell you.
Billy and Hinkle are like modern day Lampier and Rodman from the Bad Boys Pistons because they're just constant.
That's 3 on Matt Whittick. He's going to. Shut off. Wicks to Bradley. Moynihan stops, pops baseline. Whoa, they're going to count it. They're going to say, I thought it was on the.
In this quarter.
Senior Will Hakes trying to make it a 3-point play here. Trying to get his team down to a 1-possession ball game here. Very early third quarter action. Shot's good.
6 points for Hakes tonight.
Got it! Bradley drives. Shot by Bradley, just well contested.
Once again, great help by Sam Mormon.
Shot's blocked. Oh for 2. He's gonna get a third.
Neither team shooting particularly well from the foul line tonight.
You're right, Tim.
And this game staying close like it is, and it come into play as we go on in the second half.
You better believe it.
32-25, Drury, 3:50 left here, third quarter for the Bucky Bullet Gym. Bareilles on Moynihan. Shot is up and good. I think it's a 2. A 3 from the wing.
7 quick
Moynihan
points.
a long shot. No good. Rebound by Wicks. All over as Coach Robinson calls timeout. Will Hakes knocks down another one.
Boy, they've got
He's got 9 points.
Yeah, they've gotten a big contribution out of Hakes tonight.
And in this third quarter, Will Hakes coming off the bench after having 2 fouls early in this game and a couple of big baskets for the Hurricanes.
To this moment, Bond has 1 field.
Defense went in the game on Bond and also looking.
Drury can be a much better team when they get some more balanced scoring, and they're doing it tonight.
Right.
And the Hurricanes, the 2-seeded Matt Whittick and Will Hakes have given them. They've added so much value to Coach Robinson's offense tonight.
Right, for the Blue Devils, we talked about how Bond and Mormon have been.
Just a little over 3 minutes left here in the third quarter at Drury. Good. Just into the ball game. Wicks to Moynihan. Another 3. That foul's going to be on Bradley for sure, and it's going to play for 2.
And for the Hurricanes.
He's got 12 points, John. So he's battling Connor Hinkle for the not the least likely scorers, but the kids that we said needed to step up, and they certainly are.
Right, 9.
Quarter. And Hakes is just sitting over that corner waiting for another one. Here's Moynihan. Down the lane. Here in the third quarter, it's been raining 3. Matt Whittick with 3 personal fouls and a bunch of kids with 2, and that's about it.
Yeah, Will Hakes, that's a big plus for the Hurricanes.
And so does Sam Mormon a little bit too. But good for both squads getting incredible contributions from the
Hinkle making some big shots.
basketball.
making some big shots.
Basketball. Bullet from the corner. No. Bullet from the corner. No good. Rebound. Taken away by the Hurricanes. Here comes Good. Rebound. Taken away by the Hurricanes. Here comes Aiden Wicks. Shot is no good. Hinkle comes up with it. Certainly let the kids play on that possession.
Yeah.
Moynihan Varelis. Hinkle up and score!
Yeah, foul on the floor here with 12 seconds.
Hinkle up and score!
Yeah, foul on the floor here with 12 seconds to go.
It's going to be on Hinkle. So Connor Hinkle can spare a third foul here. That one really bad. And just to get away from him. And the job that Will Hakes is
The Hurricane side of it, I think Moynihan.
in this packed, sold-out crowd here at the Bucky Bullet Gym.
Yeah, we'll be back, and we'll be there, I think, to do that one. And
Drury will have the basketball to start. Bond trying to get around to start the fourth quarter.
Just very physical, aggressive defense by the Hurricanes, really contesting every drive by Drury.
I have not seen anybody like Will Hakes play that guard. Wicks stops and pops. No good. Rebounded by Sam Bullitt.
yeah, those are tough shots. That's good defense by Drury. The shooters shoot on the run.
James Varelis, that's going to be his third, and it's going to be the second foul here in the fourth quarter for the Blue Devils. Hurricanes yet to commit a personal foul. Wicks, Bradley, and Moynihan. Up and in, and counted. A streaking Bond, put it up, the little floater went in, and he's fouled.
That's been a key tonight. Every time Hoosac gets within 2-3 points, somebody from Drury steps up, makes a big basket.
That's going to be the fourth on Matt Whittick. (42-36), 6:20 to go in the ball game. Lion. Let's go, beautiful. Wicks on the scene. Shot from the corner, no good. Bradley up and in. The fans going crazy here.
For a timeout as Hoosac Valley throwing for a timeout as Hoosac Valley throwing a little bit of a zone press at him.
I think that's the second time he saved Connor Hinkle from a foul with a timeout.
Yeah, he was going to get an offensive foul. In the second half alone.
Jumper.
Yeah.
Jumper.
Yeah.
In the
3
meantime,
field goals for Hinkle, yeah.
In the meantime, I think I got 18 points for Connor Hinkle, having a great game.
Who was the dirt dog of the team. He's the passer, the defender, the rebounder. I'm sure it's a career high.
Oh, stolen.
It's 46-42 with 4.5 to go.
Wicks had a hard time finishing after a good first quarter. He still got 3 points in this game. But they're not taking advantage of it.
Yeah, you're right, John. They had a good opportunity there.
And sometimes that's what the press wants you to do. Play.
The senior looking for somebody to pass to. Where am I going? He's going to go to Will Hakes. Hakes drives. Saved by Bradley. Whittick's shot is no good. Rebounded by Bond. Bullets going to back off. Say, fellas. Reggie threw an arm, he didn't call it?
Yeah, yeah, he was a little late.
Moynihan to the hoop, puts it up, and no good!
And a breakout for Drury.
Layup, no good! But he'll go to the line for two.
He continues to be active on.
Wicks with only 4 points tonight, well below his average. He's played his heart out, though. And he's another one of Bill Roberts. 46-44.
We're going to go right down to the wire.
Yeah, it's anybody's ball. 48-44. Will Hakes with the basketball. Shot is up and in. Hinkle defended well, but Bradley scored.
That's a good timeout there, John. Gives Hoosac Valley a chance to get a set out of a timeout.
It's a big possession for Hoosac because every single time that they've gotten close tonight.
Our producer Peter Johnson tells each Hoosac Valley and Drury each have two.
Or take the lead with a three.
Bradley with 3 hoops this half, and Trey Moynihan with 4. Those are 2-point field goals. And of course, Will Hakes with 9 second-half points, all on threes.
A high school basketball game.
All 5 starters by both teams back on the floor for the last 148. Hoosac Valley basketball, as I said earlier, with a chance to tie or take the lead. Here's Moynihan. Wicks drives. Matt Whittick shot is up, no good, rebound Bond. It's going to be on the floor. Nowhere close yet to the bonus of 5 team fouls.
But once again, Connor.
Fourth quarter. Ball's on the floor.
Hoosac Valley, I think. And it'll be Hoosac Valley's ball.
.106 left in the ball game.
I think it was Aiden Wicks that got the timeout there because it was
Yeah.
about to be a jump ball.
Right.
Or maybe a turnover.
Girls game. Is there a hero in the house? Is it someone that's already contributed or someone that's been quiet? This is a 1 minute and 6 second season right now with the Drury.
They've had a lot of players step. They've had a lot of players step up for both.
1 minute left in the ball game.
Go to the line with 50.
Go pressure. Knocked away by.
That's a free throw.
That's a good foul, actually.
Whittick fouls out, but it was a good foul because they need to get the Drury blue that was on the free throw line and stop the clock.
Yeah, John.
It's a 1 possession game, even if he makes this. Coach Holmgren and Rosetta talking to the Drury guards, giving them instructions.
Who is that?
He's got 12 on the night. There's only time to the free throw line. She drains them both. 50 for Drury, 47 for the Hurricanes. 16.2 on the clock. Drury is in the bonus. They will. Drury is.
Seniors.
I got a question for you guys. Who scheduled these ball games for us to do this year? Because it's a team effort. We have done some incredibly great ball games, both boys and girls.
We talked about, you talked about Rick the game last night with Drury girls.
A long time. They trailed 15-9 after 1, 24-18 at the half, and 39-33 after 3.
Not give up that lead and to maintain it with 16 seconds left.
Well, maybe we'll have an opportunity, some interviews on the floor here.
The Drury starters are out there, as the Hoosac Valley starters are all out there, with the exception of Matt Whittick, who just recently Hinkle getting some instructions from Coach Hoosac.
Pretty well officiated game under. He's gonna do it. The Drury Blue coming
Around.
And as the Blue Devils did all night, they did a great job defensively on Moynihan in that last possession. He didn't get open.
interviews.
Really the story of this ball game. The story of this ball game. And my foreman, job. And I'm going to tell you, Will Hakes ended up in this ball game with 15 points. He averages 5 points a game.
He did. Hakes did a great shot, but then Connor Hinkle stepped up and hit some big shots for the Blue Devils with 18 points.
So I'm going to give you the scoring that I have, which is always unofficial. The final score is official, but I don't have everything. So first of all, for the Hoosac Valley Hurricane, great ball game offensively and defensively. We're in the second half. Who played his heart out, but well with a only 11 for Jorge Bond. Job on him. 7 points. They're 50.
Yeah, one thing
I want to review. We can't review everything. I can't wait to see this game already in its entirety. But let's talk a little bit about the timeout Coach Robinson called. The ball went into the corner. The shot Nelly, and who would know that they're 9-13? They'll finish 9-13. That's the best 9-13 team I've ever seen in Division 5.
Digits, and it was a completely different story tonight in the basketball game, with the Hurricanes coming out and playing good basketball, staying under control of their emotions, playing Will Hakes in the second half, especially with
first half was huge. Averaging 11-6, he scored 10. But again, 3 scores. I'll be back next season.
Back their leading scorers continue this season with another home game in the next round.
So just be patient, everybody. Please stick around as John and I. It's part of Coach Jack Rissett's program that at the end of the ball game you shake hands with the players and the referee. And it's going to be Northern Berkshire Community Television all vying for probably Sam Mormon, Jorge Bond, but definitely Connor Hinkle. We
as much as that game was emotional, lines, and they both were very good sportsmanship by both teams, shaking hands and extending the game the right way at the end to congratulate each other on a hard-fought game.
And just watching Connor Hinkle and Brett play, so they're just great athletes, and they leave it all on the floor. Their mindset prepares them for what they do physically out on the floor.
Right, they're both emotional players. They score more, obviously, than more. They're diving on the court. They're playing good defense. They're getting big rebounds. All the little things, like you said, the dirt dogs that it takes to win a basketball game.
Because it's not regular, they left their hearts out on the floor, both those squads last night. And it's the same thing tonight. I feel the same exact way. At Channel 1302, John, as you know, it's just a shame. Moynihan is an 8th grader, and Wicks and Bradley as sophomores last year. So we're hopefully getting very, very close. And Connor Hinkle's going to be the first one. So we're going to turn it over to the floor, and Tim Morey.
We're on the floor here with Connor Hinkle for the Drury Blue Devils. And Connor, really, I'll tell you, the people here and the people watching, they got their absolute money's worth tonight.
Yes, they did, and that's a great way to end the. Actually, I mean, keep going. That's a great way for us to keep going. I'm proud of them.
Listen, you gotta.
Well, very happy for Coach Risset and the Drury, Peter and Tim, and I think the reason is you get involved with these kids, John, when you cover them.
Both these teams are going to be back again next year, so we'll relive this experience again next year and during the regular season. But for Drury, they got a lot to look forward to now.